Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to Don't Forget to Tap. This is your host, Chris, documenting my journey of being a white belt and everything that comes with it, the joys, the frustrations, the excitement, the days that you wake up absolutely sore, all the good stuff. So I've gotten 2 trainings in so far this week. The last week I didn't get to go as much as I intended. Work just kind of got busy, and that happens. But this week, definitely been a little bit more proactive. I've gone twice this week. Today's Thursday. I'm going to go tonight for a 2-hour session. So 1-hour class, special class taught by Professor Marcelo, and then go into open mat where basically, long story short, I'll probably get my butt kicked for an hour, but I'll probably learn a lot in the hour too. So totally worth it. But other things too, as far as anything upcoming, not really anything too crazy. I am going to be traveling soon, so hopefully get to hit up some jiu-jitsu out on the road and stuff like that. But last night, when I do these podcast episodes, I like to try to make them relevant to the training or something that I've learned or something along those lines. And I've had some really good classes lately. Now last Monday was a little bit different because last Monday was one of those training days where, if I'm just being honest, I wasn't feeling it. I was having a hard time focusing. I wasn't learning the technique. The technique wasn't coming natural to me. Not that it ever really does, but it was just one of those things where I struggled a little bit last Monday. I honestly didn't have the motivation. I almost didn't go. I was proud of myself for the fact that I made myself go, but I wasn't 100% there. But I think everybody, and that's one of those things that I think you can kind of anticipate, or that you should anticipate, is that there's going to be those days where you're not feeling it, you don't want to do it. You're going to have those moments. So, but overall, it was a really good training session. It's been a great week. Learned a lot. We've been working on, so we've done a couple throws. Last Monday, that was the class that I was actually struggling with. I wasn't putting I wasn't posturing right. I wasn't positioning myself right, putting my hip out there to be able to load the weight of the person, and the throws just looked horrible. But and then we've been working on a lot of turtle position, stuff like that. And I actually, I know it's not a favorite for a lot of people, but I actually really enjoy turtle. I don't know what it is, but I just feel like I know what to do. Or I guess my body wants to naturally react, I guess. And that's kind of nice because that never really happens for me. So it's nice being on the other side of feeling like I know what I'm doing. So last night I got to do a couple rolls, and we learned the technique. And I say rolls like we actually call it situational sparring. And what it actually is from the technique that we learned, they'll put us in specific positions to kind of help you have to either fight out of the technique or use the technique. And a lot of the times, I think it ends up kind of turning into a free-for-all. It's a bunch of, it's predominantly white belts, but there's a lot of blue belts in there too. And but we really do. I really have been trying to focus on the technique, and just a multitude of different things like grabbing the lapels, pinning them up. Under. I guess if I were to give you a visual, pinning them underneath the person's armpit, and then from there, kind of being able to use that to shift your weight, push the weight up against them, use leverage, things like that. But last night was one of those nights I kind of went into training with the mentality that I wasn't going to put a lot of energy into it, and to be honest, I don't feel like I did. But I had a really good training night last night. Monday was okay too. Monday wasn't bad. But last night, excuse me, sorry, I'm yawning like a million times this morning. But last night was one of those nights that I don't feel like I put a lot of energy. I don't feel like I was doing the whole spaz out white belt thing. And I was getting great results. And I think, again, it's just that I have a level, personally, I think I'm just comfortable with turtle. And so it didn't feel like I had to use a lot of extra energy or anything like that. But it was a good training night. Got to rotate through some different partners, have a lot of fun with it. I felt horrible. I did have a moment where I guess I might have spazzed out or something, but I ended up kneeing my coach in the head last night, so I felt really bad about that. But, and it was one of those things. I think it was accident. I don't even really feel like I was spazzing out. I'm really good at catching myself on that now, or for the most part. And I don't feel like I was spazzing out. I think I think I tried to get ahead and I wasn't using technique as I should have been. And instead of using like a technique, I tried doing like a fancy spin, which put my knee in the wrong place at the wrong time, and then stuff like that happened. So long story short, followed the technique. Another thing that we were kind of learning was the giving up like your back, right? Fighting from your back, and if they get your back, like how to kind of fight out of that position. And that's never a fun position to be in. That's something that I've talked about in other episodes. Is like one of the worst things when I am sparring with other individuals. One of the worst things that happens is if I give up my back, I feel like it's pretty much game over, because if somebody's been doing this long enough and they get your back, then you don't have a lot of options. And so it's always kind of a dangerous game. But no, overall, just been having a lot of fun with it. I'm sore, of course, but it's a good sore. It's the kind of sore that I want to be. And yeah, it's just been, the journey continues. It's been great. Tonight is, like I said, tonight's a special class. 1 hour training, 1 hour of open mat, and then let's see, tomorrow's Friday, so tomorrow's no class, and then Saturday morning I'll go for a 1 hour class and then a 1 hour open mat. And so yeah, it's just been really good, enjoying the journey, the ride, the training, all the good stuff. And I hope that you guys are too. I plan on doing an interview this Saturday with one of my coaches. And I've also invited a couple people to be guests on the show as well. So hoping to get some more interviews, updates, stuff like that for you guys as well. But as always, I appreciate you guys listening. I appreciate you taking the time to hear a white belt who knows nothing about jiu-jitsu other than the fact that he loves going to class and training and the people that he gets to train with. So forever grateful to all those individuals, forever grateful to you guys for listening. And I will catch you next time. So in the meantime, go out, train hard, and don't forget to tap.